Hi, I know it's been a little while. I've been so absolutely overwhelmed that I've been unable to record anything. For those of you unfamiliar with me, I talk a little weird because I am missing almost all my teeth because I used to be a heroin addict. I have been clean 20 years. Um, I'm disabled. My son is disabled and an adult with autism. And my husband is disabled. I call him my husband. He's my boyfriend. We're not married. He lives with his mother. His mother needs to move soon. She's elderly, so he needs a place to go. And my new landlord, decided he's gutting the place to fix it. So all of us have been given a 90-day notice, and I use that term loosely because I'm still waiting for mine. The only reason I know that we're all out on May 31st is because everybody else received one, and it's got their names on it, and it says the whole building. The reason that's an even bigger problem for me is there might be programs that can help, and the waiting lists are incredibly long. But it's not impossible something could come through, but I can't apply because I have no proof I'm in danger of losing my housing. And it's been a fight with the landlord, whose own lawyer says she can't talk to me because it's a conflict of interest. And I know what a conflict of interest is. I'm just a single disabled mother with no legal representation because I'm just supposed to receive this letter, and it's a legal thing, and we have to go. Pardon me. I'm sick as usual. So, I kid you not, when I think there were a couple of nights recently where I was actually going to have a mental breakdown, because I had one when I was young, so I know what they are. And I don't know how I snapped out of it, but obviously I'm not hospitalized. But we can't find a single place we can afford at all. And if we can, they say we're too many people in one small apartment. They also will sometimes say my credit's no good, and my credit isn't good. But my credit was recently in the 700s, and the reason it's not good now is because I spoke with this landlord and I made sure everything was cool and blah blah blah, and he's keeping everybody, and they even gave us like gift baskets and at Christmas time. So I started working with debt consolidation, which, if any of you know, will make you have very, very bad credit before it gets better. But you could have all your stuff paid off in like a year instead of many years. So I went for it, and now I'm this terrible credit risk when applying for an apartment. With no cosigner, with no help. Now I have children, but one lives with me. One is on the street because he's got some problems, and I shouldn't say on the street because he's homeless and he is bouncing around from couch to couch, but it's rough living and cannot be helpful, wants to be helpful. I have a daughter, but she lives in another state and can't take us in, but even if she could, due to something that I don't want to talk about here, two of the people can't leave the state, can't even leave the county. And I live in a very expensive county, so then we have another son that's going through something rough right now, and he offered to let us stay there in one little corner of a room for the price that my apartment cost me, for two of us to stay there. And then somebody else said my son could stay there at their house. That's a lot of money for us if we want to save to leave, but you got to do what you got to do, and I don't blame him for wanting half the rent and bills for two people to move into his house. That's a lot. But within just a few hours, he said that he had to check to make sure it was okay, and then just never brought it up again. So I think he changed his mind, which is his prerogative, but it's kicked me low. It's kicked me low, and hope he doesn't see this, but it's not private. I'm not going to keep it private. It's what's happening to me in my life. And right now, my ability to be off the street is more important than somebody's feelings. He is trying to help me figure out how to find something. Very supportive. I'm not knocking it. So we started looking into the possibility of sleeping in the woods around here while we save up money to go somewhere or find something or something opens up. But I found out that it's a $900 fine and 15 days in jail per person if you're caught sleeping in the woods. There are no shelters anywhere nearby, and if they were, they're first come, first serve. And they're not as nice as people think, especially here. They are violently dangerous. I looked into hotels and motels where you could pay by the week, but they cost more than $3,000 a month, which is the very, very highest we could pay and have absolutely nothing and stop paying any debt. So we would still need somewhere to be for like 2 weeks out of every month for free, like the woods. And then we would have nothing left. And you should see the reviews online. People post like a swollen arm and say, my arm swelled up in the middle of the night. This place is terrible. Some people can't breathe. There's mold. One woman said she's the first apartment, so people go around the corner behind her and they pee right under her window because they have no working bathrooms in their hotel rooms. And 1 week would cost as much as my apartment. So I don't actually have any tears left to cry. I'm weirdly calm, but I go through these intense, frightening episodes of extreme despair. I'm not going to hurt myself at all, but I'm at the point where I'd rather be dead. And the only reason I don't do it is because if the other 2 people in my family lose their checks, lose my check, then nobody can really get a place to live at all. So, I'm just what? I just had to say it. Thank you.